Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. Please say.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Saurabh, tell us something about yourself.
Thank you, sir, for giving the opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Saurabh Gupta. Belongs to Jaipur city, which is casually known for as a pink city. And talking about my qualifications, I recently did my CMA in December 22 in from ICWI Jaipur chapter, and did my BCom graduation from Rajasthan University. And talking about my hobbies and interests, I mainly have three hobbies which I found in myself, which are playing badminton because it is a part of my exercise, and listening music, which is smoothing my mind, and gardening. And talking about my interest, I have I found two interests. First is cooking, and another is traveling, riding bike with my colleagues in a good weather. And it's changed from different to different time as per my interest. Talking about my qualifications, working experience, I have worked with three firms, where two are the CA firms and one is CMA firm, where I uh, mainly work in a GST registration, GST returns, income tax return filing, letter of undertaking, e-way bills, and data management. Thank you.
Okay, Saurabh. So you have done articleship from three firms, I think.
Yes.
So you have generated e-way bills as well.
Yes, sir.
So what is the purpose of e-way bill and what is the validity of an e-way bill?
So, the need of UL is to reduce the fake invoices, which leads to use of black money and transportation of goods without any hesitation or something. And talking about the validity, it depends upon the kilometers. Like there are two types of cargo, where is one is normal cargo and another one is dimensional cargo. In normal cargo, one day we have to cover 120 kilometers, and whereas in dimensional cargo we have to cover 20 kilometers in from the vehicle which we are on.
Okay.
Do you suffer from FOMO?
Sorry, ma'am, I didn't know the meaning of FOMO.
FOMO, FOMO, fear of missing out. Usually, people of your generation usually have this fear of missing out. Like everyone is doing, I might not do it. Everyone has seen the movie. If I miss out, everyone has this phone, I might miss out. So,
No,
this kind
ma'am.
of a competition plus jealousy. Do you suffer from FOMO?
No, ma'am. Actually, I believe in that which the things which I owned, I should be happy of these things, because uh, wanting that unwanted things which give me some happiness is slightly not my choice. I I usually think that what should thing which I have, I should be happy of my this, because it is very mm, crucial to have these things at my life.
And what motivates you to go beyond your levels, beyond your chances or boundaries that you have created? How do you do? How do you improve your skills if you do not have the zeal of getting more? Then what do you have?
Ma'am, it is resembled to the passion of my understanding, because whatever gives me passion, I will learn those things. Talking about my some of the skills like Tally and CorelDRAW, I wanted to learn those things, so I just take YouTube. I just learn from the YouTube, not from any authorized courses, because I want to learn Corel and Tally because it gives me something, some additional point in my life.
So uh, in Coral Draw, what you learn, what you can do, and what is the use of Coral Draw?
CorelDRAW, sir, actually my father is a businessman. He used to make the invoices, letterheads, flags, and some all these creations, where CorelDRAW helps me to draw these things, such as bill books and brochures, visiting cards. marriage cards. So it helps me in drawing these things. It is like a software of creativity.
So you can do that.
Yes,
You
sir.
you have the skill of that. Okay, that's great. So in your articleship experiences, you have done lots of things, and you have basic knowledge of SAP FICO as well.
Yes, sir.
So what type of things you can do in SAP?
So as it is a app which have a different T codes from vary from company to company. I have learned some of T codes. I know that some of T codes which are usually common in a company. Some of them are for the journal entry FB50, and for post entries, for the park entries, we usually use the code FBVO, and for post entries, we use the code FB03, and for reversal of the post entry, we use FB08, and some of the T codes which differ from company to company.
So, as per your article experience, you have done GST registration.
Yes, sir.
So, what is the difference between HSN code and SSC code?
Sir, sir, talking about the HSN code, it is usually done in the where we supply the goods as well as service. Talking about another thing, I don't know till now, but yeah, I will cover this in my upcoming days.
Okay. What is the difference between, no, what is the accounting treatment of normal and abnormal loss?
Uh, Talking about the normal loss, it is that loss which can't be controlled in the process, where abnormal loss are loss which due to negligence of the process, with the negligence in the working process of the product, like wastage due to accident, or wastage due to evaporation of the, no, sorry, sir, such as idle time used by the hearts for the talkings and empty machine hours.
Okay.
Saurabh, you mentioned in your achievement you are perfect in class 11th. So here what is mean of perfect?
The perfect is a position where we give some of the targets, such as to maintain the decorum of the floor, and to manage the departure time, where the students are, where at a single time many of the classes departure happens, where we have to maintain the time so that crowd did not assemble at a same place.
Okay. And tell me regarding the costing. What is the difference between methods of costing and techniques of costing?
So talking about the methods of costing, it tells how to. So can I take 5 minutes for thing? 5 minutes? Oh, 5 seconds. Sorry, 5 seconds. Okay. Talking about the method of costing, it tells where we have to control the cost, or we have to know the cost about the any product, where technique is used to controlling that cost, how we can manage or we can reduce the cost by eliminating the abnormal processes and some more.
So, in your articleship experience, debtor management,
Yes, sir.
what type of techniques used for the better debtor management?
Sir, actually, the data management which I done in my Didwani Accounting company, in this we just give an Excel to elaborate the company which is have a more time, which has more covered more time to for the reversal of cash or reimbursement of cash, because the datas which are there in the books of Didwani Accounting company are for more than 1 year. So from collecting and giving the mails and calls to arrange the money which we own, I have done that work in this. So I did not know the techniques, but yeah, I done this type of work in my articleship.
You have done GST registration during your
Yes,
articleship.
sir.
What is the process of that?
Sir, initially we have to assemble some of the documents such as PAN card. If there's a the business on a lease property, we have to take a lease agreement, or we have to if there's any owned, then we have to arrange some documents of the owner, electricity bill, and some of these things. The process starts where we have to fill we have to go at GST portal. We have to link mention the PAN number and other such information which will generate the ARN number. From that ARN number, if when we enter this ARN number, we have to provide an action.
What is the meaning of ARN number?
uh, Alternative reference number.
Are you sure ARN will be generated?
Yes, sir.
Then what is TRN?
So sir, TRN is generated temporary reference number, which helps me into add more details to my GST portal.
Which form is filled for GST registration?
GST RE01,
And in which form registration certificate is being given?
GST RE06.
Okay.
Are you a planned and an organized person?
Yes, ma'am. I am an organized person because I usually I see myself to keep me and my plans, my household things in an organized form.
What if the plan doesn't work according to your imagination or your planning? How do you react?
Ma'am, I decide reacting thing. I make a alternative or plan B to resolve that problem by taking my help of my seniors and my friends, which is a part of these working.
Saurabh, you mentioned in your CV filling of GST return. What type of GST returns you have been filled?
So GSTR1 IFF means invoice furnishing returns, and GSTR3B, and sometimes GSTR4.
What type of work have done in GSTR 3B?
So GSTR3B is a return where we have to calculate the amount of tax by reducing the ITC in the tax amount. Means adjusting in such a way that the ledgers, the amount of ledger becomes same in SGST and SGST if there's credit more in both the ledgers, and that is
Not proper answer.
Thank you, Saurabh.
thank you, sir.
You belong to Jaipur? So that means you are Jaipur's property.
From Jaipur.
I usually born and brought up in Jaipur. I forgot to elaborate that one.
You mentioned ICWAI.
Yes, sir, because recently we have a loosely case of
That
Training
case is
and
not related to that. It is short form, acronomy related case. So it
So-
is not that. It is still
I see.
Institute of Cost Accountants of India.
okay, sir.
You can say ICMAI as well. So music is smoothing or soothing.
Soothing. Ma'am, I just forget that word. So that resemble word I just
You were-
soothing. SOOTHING.
चेयर आपकी मूव हो रही थी वो नहीं
Yes, sir.
करना है. ई वे बिल की वैलिडिटी आपने गलत बताई. फॉर 200 किलोमीटर्स इट्स 1 डे एंड आपने 120 किलोमीटर्स बोला.
Sir, it is-
सेकंड वाले का ठीक है आपका 20 किलोमीटर.
So it is recently amended?
200 किलोमीटर्स इट्स.
No, sir, I just read last year it is 120 kilometers.
अभी चेंज हुआ तो आज ही पता नहीं. अदरवाइज जनरली तो ये लेट्स सी अभी देखते हैं.
Okay, sir.
टी कोड्स आपके पार्टली करेक्ट थे, एक दो आपने गलत बोले, देन आपने करेक्ट किए उसको, तो वो उसको स्पेशली देखिए. पाक पोस्ट के जो टी कोड्स हैं वो क्या है वो सारा. HSN SSC आपने प्रॉपरली आंसर उसका नहीं आया आपको.
Sir, HSN, I know that it is used for goods and service.
हाँ, सर्विस के लिए SSC कोड है, सर्विस अकाउंटिंग कोड.
Okay, SSC.
या
S.
नॉर्मल अब नॉर्मल लॉस बता दिया था या नहीं बताया. डेटर मैनेजमेंट भी प्रॉपर आंसर नहीं था, मतलब आपने वर्क एक्सपीरियंस वाली वीडियो नहीं देखी.
नहीं सर, देखी थी उसमें.
तो उसमें तो अलोकेट था ना डे वाइज, आपने वो बताया ही नहीं. डे के बेस पर अलोकेट
Analyzing
करते
and
थे,
dividing the data into.
वो नहीं बताया. जीएसटी रजिस्ट्रेशन की प्रोसेस आपने ठीक बताई. रिटर्न्स का क्या बताया था?
जीएसटी रिटर्न 3B के लिए.
हाँ.
देखिए, पहले तो HSN SAC के बारे में पूछा था. जीएसटी रजिस्ट्रेशन आपने कर रखा है ना, तो आपको पता होना चाहिए HSN कोड जो है गुड्स के लिए है और SAC कोड जो होते हैं सर्विस के लिए होते हैं, है ना. सर्विस अकाउंटिंग कोड और HSN हार्मोनाइज सिस्टम ऑफ नोमेनक्लेचर. ठीक है। इसके बाद नॉर्मल एबनॉर्मल लॉस के अकाउंटिंग ट्रीटमेंट के बारे में बात करी थी। तो नॉर्मल लॉस का मतलब क्या बताया कि कंपनी जो भी प्रकार का लॉस होता है वो कस्टमर पे आप शिफ्ट नहीं करते हैं, उसके लिए कस्टमर पे शिफ्ट करते हैं उस बर्डन को, प्रोपोर्शनेटली प्राइसेस को इंक्रीज कर देते हैं। और एबनॉर्मल लॉस मैनेजमेंट की गलती, इसलिए इसको आप पीएनएल में ट्रांसफर करते हैं, है ना।
ओके
ये
ओके,
आपको नहीं
ट्रीटमेंट।
डेटर मैनेजमेंट के लिए बात ये है भी, आप ऐसे भी रख सकते हैं कि प्रॉपर डेटर मैनेजमेंट के लिए आप, या डेटर से आप रिकवरी करने के लिए क्या क्या चीज़ों को आप इम्प्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं। जैसे आप डिस्काउंट पॉलिसी को बेटर बना सकते हैं, टाइम पीरियड को ज़्यादा एक्सटेंड कर सकते हैं, ठीक है ना। मतलब एक आसान सिस्टम आप डेवलप कर सकते हैं जिससे डेटर आसानी से अपना पेमेंट कर
प्रॉम्प्ट
सकें,
पेमेंट लाइक।
प्रॉम्प्ट पेमेंट करने के लिए। इसके बाद हमने बात करी थी जीएसटी के रिटर्न में 3B के केस में।
ओके
3B के केस में आपको जवाब देना था कि इसमें जो आउटवर्ड सप्लाई और इनवर्ड सप्लाई होती है, इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट लेने के बाद फाइनल जो टैक्स अमाउंट बनता है उसका पेमेंट हम जीएसटीआर 3B में करते हैं। तो आउटवर्ड सप्लाई के लिए हम क्या बनाते हैं,
आउट ऑफ द जीएसटीआर 1,
जीएसटीआर 1, और इनपुट के लिए जो लेना होता है वो
जीएसटीआर
जीएसटीआर
2B।
2B के अंदर आपको शो हो जाता है। और फिर उसका जो फाइनल पेमेंट बनता है उसका फाइनल कैलकुलेशन जीएसटीआर 3B में आता है। तो
Yes.
पेमेंट हम कहाँ करते हैं, जीएसटीआर 3B में। तो जीएसटीआर 3B एक प्रकार से पेमेंट करने के पर्पज़ के लिए काम में ली जाती है ना।
पेमेंट पर्पस, ओके सर।
There's only one error, two errors. It's soft skills. Soft skill कुछ नहीं होता. Soft skills training सबने ये प्रॉब्लम करी है. और दूसरा listening to music. Listening music is nothing like this.
Okay,
Listening to music. Preposition आएगा ही आएगा इसके बीच में. Listening to music and soft skills. Soft skill कुछ नहीं होता है. Skills ही होंगे हमेशा. ठीक है?
Okay, ma'am.
थैंक यू सौरभ।
Thank you so much, sir. So can we ask with the interviewer that what type of